Greetings and salutations, welcome to another Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd. You might be able to tell that I have upgraded my mic, and I haven't had a chance to do too many sound checks of it. I spent several hours working on it, and I've done a couple test games, but there's still a few things I need, especially a pop filter. And I'll continue tweaking with the settings, so this is partially yet another sound check. So hopefully you won't hear too much background noise, but you probably will hear some mouse clicks and so on, and I'll gradually work those out. We have now gotten Third Rome just dropped today, so I'm looking to do one of the new achievements. I'll show you guys one way of possibly doing that. There's one called Laughingstock, which requires that we own several provinces. We need to have the province of Hehe, which is right here in Morocco. We need to have the province of Hehe, which is here in, I think that's the Zambia region. And then we need Lolland, which is right here in Denmark. So it would be easiest to accomplish as Denmark. We would simply need to take over Morocco and colonize our way down here. But I'm not sure if I want to do it as the easiest person. I might want to do it as one of the harder logical nations, so one of the Central or East African nations. Let's see what Tumbuka has going on for them. They get an extra promoted culture, stability cost, manpower, legitimacy, tolerance to the true faith, caravan power, national unrest, and a merchant. That's kind of interesting. Let's also check out Kazembe just has Congolese ideas. I think we might want to try doing this as Tumbuka. Let's simply colonize here, conquer our way up here, and conquer our way up here. Yeah, that might be the way to go about it. Can I see any reason why I wouldn't want to do that? I mean, it might be awesome to do this Butua because I love their flag. It looks like a robot face with a hat, at least zoomed in like this. I think it's actually a bird on top of like a pedestal. I've never played Tumbuka, and they do have their own ideas, so yeah, let's go for that. Going to go for Iron Man mode, of course. And sorry if you can hear this keyboard clicks. I don't have a little shock stand or anything like that for the new mic yet. Or I should call it Laughingstock, but you guys know what I'm doing. Alright, so let's just take a look here. Laughingstock is the only one we could complete. We need Hehe, Hehe, and Lolland. Let's get our speed up to 4. And take a mission. So we can improve relations with Moravi. That's probably what we're going to do. Better only... Oh. I was assuming our only rival would be Lundu, but they're actually a subject of Moravi. And Moravi likes us. So if we ally, we are not going to be able to move through there. So instead I'm going to ally Mutapa and set Moravi as a rival. We get our alliance on day 1. Our rival is Mutapa. take that. Should be easy to complete and get us some quick prestige. Force limit could be 2 higher. And we'll take a look at our starting ruler. 232. Bold fighter, so we get a chance at better general. And let's see if he is that great general. He has a unit, or a pip of siege, and 2 shock. He's got a lot of maneuvers, so we'll take less attrition, so that's great. And we need to select Colt. I think we're going to go for Discipline. And as you can see, it looks quite a lot like the flag of Butua. That's got the bird on top of the little pedestal. So that makes it even better. Or you could see it as a robot face with an awesome hat. And I think that's the way we should look at it. Okay, we can get a land force modifier guy. And right now our force limit is 7. If we get this guy, the question is, will it go up? It doesn't quite go up to 8 yet. Yeah, so that's not great. It's 7.1, so we should be at 7.8. If we develop just a little bit, we'd get it. And let's take a look at our institutions. We don't yet have feudalism. And feudalism shouldn't be anywhere around us until we get over to Kilwa. So we could develop for it here, and I think there's something to be said for that. So let's put in place Encourage Development Edict, bring down the cost of development, and get ourselves some more ivory. Still not quite enough. Each click we get is going to get us, let's see, about 0.12 force limit. Okay, nothing else we seem to be able to do other than setting up our merchants. So there's not going to be a whole lot within range. Push trade from here to here, which is where we collect. Only 2, I think, are in range, yeah. So we'll collect there and push trade there. Yep, with that in mind, we're going to start it up. What's their Liberty Desire? 42, so if we were to hit them and wipe out their army, their subject would become disloyal right away. So let's start getting a claim. And Kua is down here, would ally us. They're also rivals to Moravi, so yes, we will accept that. I don't really want to lose admin points, so we're going to lose Diplo power. Our diet a little stronger. I don't think I want to give out any of this stuff yet. Wait till we conquer some land. Because it would just bring down our force limit. Anticipating that once we make our way over here, they're going to be a little hostile. So we'll start improving relations there. We don't have a claim against them yet, but hopefully we can get one when we complete this. Let's get a royal marriage. So we get a 155 consort, and we complete our mission. Still doesn't give us anything in relation to our rival. Any conquest options, it is. I guess we'll just keep building up our spy power. And Moravi still likes us. But we're going to embargo them. And we'll just keep checking back over here. Let's grant our allies military access to our country. I'll keep an eye on this, see if like a discipline guy shows up or something like that. I think I would like to get our stability up to +1 so that we can encourage divination, get these religious sacrifices as soon as we have a stronger ruler. I don't think we're going to go for that vision quest. It's not worth it to pay additional monarch points to get our stability up for a little bit of prestige. We need to wipe their troops out. Right away. So I'm thinking of getting another unit. Just to give that little bit of an edge. Because the last thing I wanted is to hit their 6k troops and have these guys willing to join in, and have 9k troops. I'd rather wipe them out and then have these guys be disloyal. But we're going to wait until we're closer to having our claim. So, did we ever give them military access? We did. So let's just keep improving relations over here for now. And yeah, that's not a lot of money to pay to get mercantilism, make the merchant guilds like us more. And in fact, with them liking us more, we can very easily get their loyalty up to 70 to enjoy a little bit more reduction to development cost. Accumulate money, yeah, we're going to fail that. Let's just get our stability up. So we can encourage divination. And I think now is the right time to take a couple of loans and get another unit. I'm just keeping an eye on how our spy is coming along. 18.87. It's very good. Just worried that they're going to get some sort of ally like Kilwa. Okay. Yeah, let's go one more. If we could take them and their subject over, that would give us an inland center of trade, 2 more provinces to produce ivory, a little bit of cloth, and some grain. So we could pay off some debt. Let's pull this guy back, he's non-essential. I'm gonna wait till their troops have moved back into Kalunga. So now our force limit is up to 8, at least while we have this advisor. Okay, if they're not coming back, that actually could work to our benefit. Let's go ahead and declare our war. I go for Kalunga, and we're going to run over here and try to wipe them out. That's actually better for us than if they were here, in theory, because these troops might not get in there. But that could potentially give them more time. To get some morale. Unless they do something dumb like sacrifice their troops to natives. Yes. Make foolish mistakes. Go back through here, fight the natives. Stop them producing this guy. And I'm going to wait for them to get locked in. I can't sort out a garrison. But we can wipe them out and get increased movement speed. Send this guy over here to stop production. They aren't canceling that. Okay, now we're going to move north, and we can sort out a garrison. They don't have a lot of troops left, and they don't really have anywhere to retreat. So if we could win this, basically victory. Let's take that. Well, we're 1 over, and that's an empty division. Yeah, it's consolidated down. And it looks like victory to me. So I need 4 units there. At least 3. And at least 3 units here. And so the same spy network applies to both nations because they're a subject. So we don't need to dedicate a spy here. And let's continue improving relations with our allies for the moment. Eventually we'll probably turn to Makua. But while they have that alliance with Mutapa, that's going to be a problem. It'll be difficult. Hope our manpower holds. Let's keep developing. Wouldn't be a bad idea to move our capital here. Cheaper. Definitely cheaper to develop it. The Chua. Chua came from the distant west and settled with our ancestors here, when our elders do not remember. But they tell tales of their secret languages and the markings on their skin. Even now we honor those markings, for as the Chua became a part of us, we became a part of them. Whether you are a Banda or a Firi, you don their masks and listen to their wisdom. We listen. I get some Diplo rep for doing so. Listen to your Chua, kids. Interesting to see how relations shape up after we take this stuff. Remembering the king. With the passing of the old king, we need to decide how they will be remembered in the festival. As we let the eternal fire that has been burning since they took the throne fade, a great wooden animal held aloft by a dozen men will celebrate them. For what creature will remember the old as we light a new fire for King Gunapamuhanya? Gunapamuhanya. Ooh, we could... In Jobvu, the elephant. He's pretty good. Dondo, the snake. Remember how our homes were built? 50 diplo power, can't complain. You get the antelope for 1 stability. Or Congo, the lion. I think I want the stability. The antelope. Okay, so they're attacking here. If we reduced Moravi to 1 province and vassalize them, then we could get into a defensive war against our ally here. Call in Mutapa. And annex their stuff as well. I mean, I love doing dirty tricks like that. So why don't we do that? Okay, that's 100. And we can call in our ally, Mutapa. Let's definitely do that. Send a couple of units down here. Hopefully, yeah. Didn't have time to finish that thought. I said hopefully we were going to hit him here before they hit us there. Okay, our subject has fairly high liberty desire. We'll be able to bring that down. Just through improving relations. Okay, we're under our force limit. I don't think we need this guy any longer. Let's fire him. I can pay off 6 loans. Still have 12 ducats of debt. And let's root out a little bit more corruption. Definitely going to want to give stuff out to estates once we get this cord. But for now, we'll just work on growing it. I'm going to build up a spy network here to try getting this city to fall more quickly to us. Strange that we've only done 64% of the fighting. Maybe we shouldn't have called Mutapa, and they're going to steal some of the cash that we get out of this. But, you know, it's fun to do. I think the reason why they've done a percentage of this is due to attrition that they suffered. Okay, we can pull that guy out. Now we could grant one of these provinces to Moravi to make them less disloyal. But I think we're just going to take it. I'm going to take all of their money. Now we can get a new rival, potentially Mutapa. But I don't necessarily want to do that. Instead, I want to use them against Kilwa. continue to develop. They already have a tech advantage over us. The way that we're going to catch up is by getting our institution. And even though I took a mission to conquer their stuff, I am temporarily going to improve relations with them because I want feudalism to spread, and they have it. So I want that to be a nearby friendly province. I certainly don't want them supporting the independence of our subject. Okay, let's pay off some debt. And they announce us as a rival. So we're going to announce them as a rival and stop trying to improve relations with them, because that is now a doomed venture. So why don't we put these guys here, that way they're close by anywhere that we need them to be. And we are going to pay them full wages, because we're still making money when we do so. And we have some more exhaustion and overextension and separatism, so we will have to fight rebels. We'll prepare for that engagement. Definitely want to mark them as a nation of special interest, so we know if they go to war in the north. And then we could potentially attack them. How loyal are you? Very. Okay, they're loyal, so I'm going to get a royal marriage to bring down their liberty desire further. Let's keep an eye on what we can expect. We can expect 11k uprising here. This is higher than our force limit. We're just going to leave that guy there. I don't see what else he could be doing. And we should try getting an ally. Other than that, so I think perhaps Congo would be a good option if he pushes east. And let's keep an eye on our time. We're at 28 minutes. We'll just give it a few more minutes, and then we'll end this video. This changes everything. Wondering, they're going to get feudalism pretty quickly, so it actually might be a good idea to buddy up to them. Even though their overlord doesn't like us. Because we can make them like us, and get a slow spread of feudalism through them. Why don't we... Let's think about giving this out to an estate. It produces ivory, so I kind of want it for ourselves. We own the Shire. So we don't have the points to state that up yet. So we're gonna have Hehe, Lolo. So yeah, that's nice to have. Okay, what do we want to hand out? Well, I guess we're going to have to give something that produces ivory over to our clergy class. Or our state's called. Yeah, they're our clergy. Let's go ahead and give them this one. So when we do so, they'll be pretty happy with us. We can get an Inquisitor so that they have over 50 influence. That gives us more admin points, which we could use then to core the rest of this stuff. Give this to our merchant guilds. This we're going to give over to our nobility. And now we can get some points here. We can get 100 Diplo. We can also ask them for cash. Get some military points. And also ask them for manpower. Okay, we can have one more force limit, so we can get another unit of infantry. I think I'm going to develop here with the points we have. Reason being is that for our age bonus we do want to have a large city, even if we could potentially get feudalism slowly moving in through Sofala. Could increase autonomy to try avoiding those rebels. They really don't want to do that. Okay, Royal Fires. We could get -1 unrest at the expense of a little bit of autonomy. Yeah, I want to do that. So we're at peace. Our autonomy will be going downward. We didn't increase the autonomy at all. State that up. And those rebels are coming quickly. They're doing institution spread. It's good for us as long as we can keep them happy with us. But their opinion dropped a little bit, so we'll have to wait a few months. $10K. Let's give this to our nobility as well. Yeah, I think things are looking good. We could potentially get them loyal. They only bring us up to 59.8, so we wouldn't get the bonus for being above 60 yet. So we'll wait until we can see some sort of modifier that would justify increasing that. And get another unit of troops. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, Kalunga. Oh, it does belong to the merchant guild, so it's not incredibly damaging if the autonomy goes up a little bit. So we'll let that autonomy go up a little bit. And that gets rid of the unrest. We'll have fewer rebels to deal with. We're going to cross here, because we've got 4 maneuver, so we're not going to deal with the river crossing. They don't have full morale yet. Got a pretty good general, and our ally might help us out. Ooh, that was not a good roll. Not a good set of rolls. Yeah, that could have gone better. Or waiting on morale. Okay, we've got better morale than them still, and higher numbers, so let's go ahead and cross, and hope that this goes a little better than last time. Yeah, it did. And we could probably handle this just by stationing troops on the appropriate provinces. So this one, Katskara, and then Makua. We're losing a little bit of money. So that's ticking downward. And we've ran out of manpower, so these aren't really going to buff themselves up much further. Okay, so now we got plus 56 relations with them. And we should see this spread as soon as it's present here. We'll probably build up manually here, but if it spreads down here a little bit. And that's just an added side bonus. Okay. Let's focus on these Makuans first. I'm up to 25 cannon fodder. We can get some more manpower, but Moravia will like us less. That's fine. We're still improving relations with them. And Butua got annexed by Mutapa. That's tragedy. I'm still hoping that they get involved in some sort of war, so that we could potentially call Mutapa in to kill them. Because they got a good general, we got a pretty good general. They're 2 military tech levels ahead of us, so I'm not looking forward to that fight anytime soon. I am still going to use our military points until we get feudalism present here. Well, should we? Yeah, probably. No alliance there. Possibly Luba or somebody might be willing to ally us. Yeah, we have the ducats. Okay, we can get an alliance here with Buha. They seem to be well allied. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, nothing interesting that I can see with our estate interactions or anything like that. So it looks like Luba won that war pretty decisively, but they're rival to Buha, so that's unfortunate. Okay, we can do a little bit more development here. And we almost have a 30 development province, so I think I'll wait until we get this up to 30 and then stop the video. And that's as high as we can get our relations with Moravia for the moment. Nobody desires 24. We can get another unit of troops. Cavalry is really nice, and we apparently can afford cavalry, so let's get some. I think we should actually get our inflation down, or should we? Yeah, let's get our inflation down for now. Gonna get a Diplo replica. And if we stop paying our troops so much, get this guy. Could pay just pay a third of the wages. And he helps pay for the troops, so Lolland seems to be doing well. They would ally us, but we don't have a slot for that. Unless we want to waste monarch points. I'm reluctant to do that. And our king, Kanapamuhanya, is infertile. Which is a problem because we don't have an heir. We already have an heir when they become infertile, it's not as big of a deal. But if you don't, then your king becomes some sort of laughingstock. Yeah, jokes are bad today. And let's see, how is this coming along? Almost present here. And we have one bonus. It'll be hard to get this present on 2 continents until we can get to the coast, and then we might be able to get out to the Indian Ocean islands and get something that's technically in Asia. Humiliating a rival would be nice. We could have done that early on to Moravia. And I certainly considered it, but I did want to take out Makua. So with them allying Utapa, there wasn't really going to be a lot of opportunities for us to do that. Okay, I think at the end of the month it's the appropriate place to save this and end this video. Thank you for watching. This has been another Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd, playing as Tumbuka in southeastern Africa. I'm going for Laughingstock achievement, which you can get as any, presumably non-custom nation.